Hiya, folks. Bit of a different one this time. After speaking to a couple of people, thought it might be interesting to look back on brilliant games that we've seen in the local area. I'm going to start with the most destructive game I've ever seen, to be honest with you, at my home ground at Carnforth. I'll take you back to the 15th of July 2006 when Carnforth were in the Northern League and they welcomed Blackpool, a very strong Blackpool team, captained by Captain Fantastic Paul Danson, who's still doing it now, 14, 15 years later. He's still the captain. The Blackpool team contained an overseas amateur, Charles Boucher. I think he was overseas, good player. The professional was Justin Croix, and they also included a veteran opener, Dave Newton, and then three younger players just making their way in the game, Lewis Rees, Richard Gleeson and Stephen Croft. So Carnforth won the toss and elected to field, and Blackpool in their 50 overs amassed 265 for 6. And as they were walking off the field, Justin Croix, the South African, he scored 167, and everybody thought that was game over. And I asked him as he was walking through the gate at Carnforth, what do you reckon? And he said, I reckon about 75 short on that deck. So he was expecting 340, something like that. Carnforth went into bat, and Ryan Nelson got his customary good start. He got 47. He was very young then. And that when there was first wicket fell, Carnforth substitute professional Nishit Shetty came to the wicket, and shortly after was joined by Atiq Zaman. Now, Atiq and I have had our fallouts over the years, and he's a destructive batsman. But in this instance, he played the holding role for 25 not out, whilst Shetty, the sub-pro, got 172 not out. And Carnforth reached their target 267 for 2. With 13 overs to spare. And I'm just going to say that Lewis Rees and Richard Gleeson and Justin Croix were bowling. I mean, even Charles Boucher and Paul Danson got a ball. Destructive that day at Carnforth, and really one of the most sort of dismissive performances that I've ever seen from Shetty. He's a very diminutive character. He can't have been much more than about 5'2" or 3, a bit like Aravinda de Silva from Sri Lanka, but absolutely mind-blowing on that day. That's my memory of a fantastic performance. I'll see if I can post a link to the scorecard below. You'll have to bear with me because I'm not very tech savvy. And the next video that I put up will be from the following day at Carnforth, which was a second team game, which in many ways was a lot more surprising. Thanks for listening.